Hello all! It is cranberry season, and you know what that means. Let's make something good. Alright, to get started, this is some of the ingredients you're going to need, but not to worry, as usual, the ingredient list along with all the measurements will be in the description, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. But the first thing I want to let you know is right here, get yourself an 8x8 or 9x9 pan, grease it generously, and get your oven on 350. So in this bowl here, I have a cup of sugar. In here, this is the zest of one large orange. And we're going to mix them together. And actually the best way of doing this, or the way you need to do it, is by hand. Just mix them in together because you want the orange to really get into the sugar. And you know, the zest is where all the oil is, and that's what, you know, gives you that fresh, beautiful citrus smell. Well, you get it in with the sugar here, and that's really going to bring out the flavor in the coffee cake. You don't have to do this for long. You just really want to incorporate it. And then when you can smell that orange really strong, we're going to move on to the next step. So in this bowl here, I have a stick of butter. It's at room temperature. You know, I broke it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add the orange sugar to it. And we're just going to, you know, we're going to cream this together, but we want it on the fluffy side. So with your hand mixer, you're going to go ahead and mix this, oh geez, for probably about 3 minutes or so. So next we're going to put our eggs in, but we're going to do them one at a time. Go ahead and get that in there. We're going to beat that. One in. Oopsies. And these are large eggs. Next on the list is I have a cup here of sour cream, but you can also use the Greek yogurt. If you'd prefer, you know, a plain Greek yogurt. But I didn't have any of that, so here we go. Yes, this cake will have a few calories in it. But that's what makes it so tasty, right? Once you have that mixed up, you're going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to add in our flour mixture. And this has got about, I'd say 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. So we're just going to mix this in. You don't want to over mix, you know. So you're just going to fold it, not fold it, but you're going to slowly incorporate it without overworking the batter. This coffee cake is so delicious, you guys, and it looks festive and bright and pretty, and it's great for the holiday season, but it's one of those that doesn't have all the warming spices that many of the desserts do at that time. Or, you know, no cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, none of that are in here. So it's kind of a refreshing difference between what we're used to having during the winter months. And of course, this would be great with coffee or tea in the afternoon. A snack, a beautiful dessert, and of course one of my favorites, potluck. But it would be wonderful for brunch too, you know. Let's just get that mixed in. So now it is time to add our cranberries. Now these are fresh cranberries, and like I always tell people, Wisconsin is #1 in growing cranberries. So we can get them fresh here, I'd say pretty much from the end of September till maybe mid-February. Maybe not quite that long. Anyhow, you can use frozen. You can freeze these too if you get them fresh. Buy extras, freeze beautifully. Gonna gently fold them in. You know, you can have these if you want, if you feel like maybe the whole berries is too much. But I don't think so. Okay, moving on to the next step. So we're going to put about half of our batter into our pan. And it's pretty thick, but don't worry about it. It'll turn out just fine. And I think it kind of depends on how stiff or firm your butter was. Might be a little bit thinner if your kitchen's warmer than mine. Just spread it out there. Oh goodness, got a drippy nose here today. I think it's because of the change of seasons. We were so warm for so long, and now we finally have a little bit of chill in the air. And I love it, but it's made my nose a little trippy. Okay, I think that's about half. Now we're going to go ahead and make the filling / topping. So in this bowl here, I have 3/4 cup of flour and 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 1 stick of butter. Now, I have dark brown sugar in here, and you can, of course, use that. I prefer the light brown, but because it just is a little bit lighter than this dark, but the dark was all I had, so that's what we're getting today. So, obviously, it feels like it's been sitting out a bit. We're going to mix it together initially like this, get it combined, but you're going to end up having to use your fingers to get that nice crumbly texture, which is fine. It's good to be a hands-on cook and baker, right? Just make sure your hands are really clean. Just like you hope everybody else's is whose food you eat. Okay, I think that's combined enough. I'm gonna have to start using the hands here. And this is just, you know, a basic strudel topping, but we're going to be putting this in the center of the coffee cake as well. Just gives it that little extra something special. And that's why I said that this would just make, you know, a very pretty and delicious dessert, especially if you serve it warm right after dinner. That'd be fabulous. But otherwise, it's fine at room temperature too. You know, got people coming over. It'd be great to serve them something like this. Even kids like it. Cranberries can be very tart, but when you add all this stuff to them, they just really shine. So we're almost ready. We still got a couple of big pieces in here. I'm going to try and get them down as small as you can. And again, you know, that kind of depends on how soft or firm your butter is. Now, I think it was a little firm for the cake, but I'm thinking it's a little too soft for the strudel here. Okay. It'll be fine. Now, let's go ahead and put that on the cake. So we're going to put about half, and it doesn't really matter, you know, how much you put where. You don't have to worry about the edges. It's fine if it goes all the way up to the edges. Spread it out there. Oh, it's gonna be good. Whoever eats this is going to be thanking you up and down, singing your praises. I know I would if I wasn't making this and someone made it for me. Oh, yay! Okay, now we're going to put the rest of the topping, or the rest of the cake, I should say. Really have to work on smoothing this out a little bit. Yes, I'm still got my dirty hand here. You know, this obviously is going to spread as well while it bakes, so don't worry too much about it. Wow, I'm using my left hand here and gotta switch. It's just not working out for me. There we go. I think that's good enough. And we will finish with the rest of the topping. Ooh, I can't wait to try this. Well, I mean, I already know what it tastes like, but it's been quite some time. Been trying not to eat stuff like this. But, you know, if you just have a sliver, you know, gotta have a little happiness in life. And this sure does spell happiness to me. Okay, so we're going to pop it in the oven. And you want to cook this for 40-45 minutes. Check it at 40 minutes because you really don't want it to burn. And, you know, do the toothpick test. If the toothpick comes out clean, then you're good to go. Okay, you guys, it's done. Here is a close-up. Doesn't that look beautiful? I'm gonna try a bite. It's still really warm. The bottom of the plate is warm. Maybe give it more than 10 minutes out of the oven. It's still steaming. It's really, really hot. I think you guys will love this. Make sure you go ahead and try it. It's wonderful. Everyone else will love it too. And if you liked the video, thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. That's very good of you to do that. And as always, it was nice talking to you. And you take care.